Namaste, and welcome today to our class called Yoga with Weights. It's a class where I believe that if we add for our extremities of our arms added weight, it helps us to contract and hold our stabilization. We also, when we lift, we don't want to use our back as much as that. So the stronger we are in the core and the stronger we are in our arms, the extremities, the less back problems you'll probably have. So today we are going to have a chair. So if you can get a chair, and if you have a mat or a towel, and I have a block here and a light weight of 3 to 4 pounds, or you can use a can. If you want to use less weight, like a 1 pound, get a can, because we're going to be using that. And if you don't have a block or a squishy ball, you can use a pillow. And if you don't have a strap, you can use a towel. So there's lots of things at home that you can use, but here we have this apparatus if you're going to be joining us on a regular basis. So let's come to comfortable seated position. It can be either on your pillow, which kind of lifts your hips up, or on your block. And come to comfortable seated. It's called Sukhasana in yoga. And crisscross your legs. Sukhasana is called easy pose. So do you feel easy in this pose? Some of us whose joints are tight in the hips and ankles find it isn't. And by elevating your hips up, you can get that beautiful push forward through your hips. Let's close our eyes now. And our theme today, every class, we have a theme. And today's theme is called Let's Slow Down. So by just arriving on your mat and acknowledging the fact that you're here, you've just slowed down. So close your eyes. Patanjali is the father of yoga, born over 2,000 years ago, talks about his 8 limbs. And one of the 8 limbs is the breath. And the second one is withdrawal of senses. And your eye sense is very powerful. And if we take away our eye sense, we can go deep within. So if you feel safe and comfortable, just close your eyes or stare down at the ground in what's called a drishti. A drishti is a point on the ground that you stare at. Many times in life, we're very preoccupied, we're busy. The body and the mind and the spirit can grow very tense from going and moving too quickly in the world. Thomas Merton was an American writer, believed that through the practice of contemplation, meditation, solitude, and yoga, you can change the climate of your mind and shape it into a reality of calmness. He says, the rush and pressure of modern life are a form, perhaps, of the most common form of what he calls contemporary violence. To allow oneself to be carried away by the multitude of conflicting concerns, to surrender to too many demands of the days, to commit oneself to too many projects, to want to help everyone and everything, he says, is to succumb to the violence of our time. By pausing like we are right now for a moment, slowing down and watching the response of our body, breathing, you can shift from violence, he says, into genuine, healthy ways of living. And I believe by showing up on your mat, having some intention to practice, breathing, and then the physical poses, we can slow our mind down, our body down, and our spirit down. Today, I'm going to read some intentions, meaning your practice can be some of these things. And I'd like you to choose one to focus today on the intention of your practice. Number 1, focus on sending love and kindness toward yourself and those around you. Or in the practice today, your intention might be to gain strength, to focus on pushing yourself to your limits and building resilience in both your body and mind. Or it might be presence, that you're focused on being fully present in this moment, the perfect moment. Or maybe it's your healing, you're focusing on nourishing your body, mind. Or maybe it's your patience of letting go, of having to control and move fast. Or maybe it's peace, focusing on stillness and calmness. Or maybe your intention today is to have gratitude. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity, and it makes sense of our past and brings peace for today and creates a vision for tomorrow. I would like you now to identify your intention today in your practice. And then I'd like you to give great gratitude for something in your life, anything that comes into your mind, body, and spirit. Slowing down. Let's take those thoughts and do the 4-7-8 breath. 4-7-8 breath is called the COVID breath. In those times of COVID, in the hospitals, they introduced the 4-7-8 breath to elongate and strengthen the lungs. Let's take the hands behind the knees and straighten the legs in wide legs. Let your legs relax and fall forward in your body. And I'd like you to close your mouth, and I'd like you to try the 4-7-8 breath, releasing the synovial fluid that we just created in our bodies. Take a deep inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally and allow that beautiful energy to pulsate through your body. This time on the exhale of 8, I would like you to open your mouth and let go of tension. Close your mouth, deep inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Open your mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally and feel the energy of letting go of anything you're holding within your body, slowing yourself down. Last breath through the nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Let it all go. A long, slow, steady breath, feeling your mind becoming more calm and more focused. And when you finish that last breath, close your mouth and just wait and pause. Feel the body coming deeper into the mat and your quietness begins. Slowly roll up. Open your mouth with a ha. The ha breath is a releasing breath, what we do often in yoga. Bring your hands behind your knees and facing in towards the center of the room, we're coming to all fours. We're going to have maybe a pillow underneath our knees or a block, or maybe you're fine being on the floor on your knees. You're going to curl your toes under and have your knees hip width apart. And we're going to slow down the cat-cow. So as you exhale, pull the back to sky and the nose to chest. Hold at the top in this 4-part breath. And then take a deep inhale as we drop the belly. Lift the tail, squeeze shoulder blades together, and hold that breath out. And then exhale again as you round. Holding that out breath as long as you can. Slowing things down today. And then inhale, look up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Let the belly drop and the tail to sky. And again, exhale, super slowly. Hold that breath at the top of exhale. And then inhale as slowly. Don't forget the shoulders want to squeeze together and pull apart. Do 3 more now at your own pace. See how slow and precise you can move. Feeling your intention of presence. Feel your strength in your shoulders. And then come to neutral spine and flatten your toes. And slowly start to pull your butt over to the right heel. And then slide over to the left heel and pause there. And then lift your back up to sky and tuck your nose to chest and pull your hips forward. Let's try that again. Right side roll, flat toes, stretching the ankles. Slow over to the other side, pause. And then lift up as high as you can in the center, pulling your shoulder blades apart. One more time on that right side. Pause on the right. Slow it down. Over to the left, pause. And then up, back to center and lift. And then neutral spine and bring both knees together. Look forward just slightly. Bring your right knee to chest and nose to knee and slowly flex the heel and bring it out behind you as you look forward and pause. And then slowly bring the in, slowing it down, watching the energy. And as you extend the leg with a flexed heel, take a deep inhale, pull back behind. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, leg out. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, leg out. One more time, exhale. And on the inhale, look forward and start to breathe normally. And if you choose, take that opposite hand on the left side and reach it out in front of you for a 2-point balance. Pull your belly super tight. Lift up through the shoulders and the core. Close your eyes for more balance, if the body will allow. And then hand slowly comes down and knee slowly comes in. Kneecaps come as wide as your mat and toes together. Stacking fist over fist, come back into a modified child's with your head on your fists. Open your mouths with a hum. Allow your shoulders to relax. Feel the presence of your practice, the strength of your shoulders, and the peace within. Come slowly back up to all fours. Bring the knees directly underneath the hips. Curl your toes under to open up the anus and relax the lower back. And once again, as slow as you can, cat-cow. Exhale, pulling shoulder blades apart. And as we inhale, we look forward and tailbone comes up. Continue that as slow as you can, feeling like a chain link fence, each vertebra coming into play. You feel the shoulders squeezing together and then pulling them apart, and nose caresses chest. By closing your eyes, you can go within and really feel the dynamics of the sensation for the health of your back in cat-cow. And then flatten your toes and start to bring your butt over to the left side and pause. And then over to the right side and pause. And then lift your back up to sky. Push your hips forward. Left side slow, hold. Slowing down life today. Right side pause. Lift up as high as you can. On the center. Continue 3 more of squeezing and soaking your ankles, your knees, and your hips as you pause on each side and then back to center. One more time. Slow and steady. Both knees together. Let's take that left knee now into chest and nose comes to knee. And then as slow as you can, flex that left heel and reach it behind you as you look way forward with your nose. Tying it to the breath as we exhale, knee slowly comes in. Flex the heel as you bring it back out. Continue this beautiful, graceful move. Feeling your lungs, that was a good cough. Moving any mucus in your lungs around and really cleansing your organs in this pose. Last 2. And on the last one, extend the leg and flex the heel. Look forward with your eyes, and if you choose, take the opposite hand on the right and reach it forward for your 2-part balance. Hold the pose. Feel the slow move of the body through the phases. And then bring your hand back down to the ground. Bring your knee in, widen your legs, draw fist over fist and head, and slowly breathe as you come back into your child's pose. Can you pull back a bit further in your pose to your heels, really squeezing and soaking our hip joints, relaxing our shoulders, and then walk your hands forward as far as you can. Let your nose drop to the floor and squeeze your armpits together. So roll your armpits together. Roll. And then pull the armpits to the back wide. This is for our rotator cuff muscles. And then slowly release the armpits and bring the hands together, intertwine. Plant the elbows where they are and reach behind your head. And once again, this is now a tricep, the back of your arm. Start to widen your armpits now, widen. Pull as wide as you can. Beautiful pose. Keep the breath flowing to open up those shoulders that get so tight from the computers. Last breath here. And then release your hands and bring them down by your side. Pause for a moment with your palms facing upward. Feel the change of shape in the shoulders. And then reach your hands to your lower back and intertwine your fingers. And start to move up and down with your shoulders, in and out. You might even bring your arms off your back. You might even squeeze and draw a figure 8 with your shoulder blades. Play around, loosening up your posture so that we can stand tall and light. And then as slow as you can, bring your hands down by your side. Open your mouth with a ah. Slowly walk your hands forward and pause again. Walk your hands forward one more time as you start to lift the tail away from your butt, away from your feet. This is called puppy dog. Start once again to pull the armpits down and together with your tail and sky, and then pull back through the arms for all those shoulder openers. And then release, walking your hands into downward facing dog. Hands underneath shoulders. Curl your toes under and walk your dog. Open your mouth with a shake your head. So some of us might find that you have wrist problems, so you can use a block or a pillow under your hands. Or you might find that you have to come down to your elbows if your wrists are not feeling strong or tired. Or you might find that this is too much weight, so you go to all fours on elbows or hands and do cat-cow. You can choose now to come to your knees, or you can join me in coming forward in plank pose. Plank pose is an excellent pose to stabilize your shoulder blades, to be strong, to stand tall. Pull your belly underneath your ribs, and you can be dropping to the knees if you choose. And we want to sustain this move to emulate walking all day. As we get older, we start to lose our strength in our shoulders, so we have to really commit to these planks. And then slowly make your way either to child's pose or downward dog again. Walk your dog, open your mouth with a shake your head. And you can choose to take a break in child's pose, or you can join me in our second slow plank. This time I'd like you to focus. Either you're on your knees, or if you're joining me at the toes, you're pushing back through the heels if you're on your toes. This is not a contest. I want to see you here often, and we have to build our strength progressively. And then you can choose to come back into downward dog, or go back into child's and walk the dog for our third one. Open your mouth with a shake your head, nod your head, really release tension. And this time in plank from knees or toes, we're going to come down to tripods on our elbows. So make a tripod, and we're going to hold, and we're going to start to rock side to side for our oblique muscles. So just roll side to side, feeling our strong shoulders that we prepared in all those beautiful positions in child just a moment ago. Core is strong, quads are strong. Last 4 rock, last 3, last 2. Make your way back to your expression of child's pose. Wherever you find your arm position that pleases you, and open up your mouth with a slow it down, relax and enjoy. Feel your heart rate coming down. In our yoga class, we do elevate the pulse, which is very good for your arterial walls to clean the garbage out. Change your hand position one more time that pleases you. Feel the coming down now of the shoulders. Nice. Wait and pause. Find that softness within you. That surrender, that letting go. Make your way up to sitting. This is called hero's pose in yoga. And some of us who have knee injury or ankle injury might need to use a block, if you have a block, or maybe a couple of pillows. As high as you need to do not compromise your joints of your knees. So you choose how you want to sit. And we're going to take a deep inhale, very slow, and look up to sky. And we're going to reach over to the right side, and we're going to push our hip to the left, and then we're going to pull our belly backwards. Then we're going to come back up, so top of crown leads, and we're going to come to the other side, and we're going to pull back to the left and pull our hip to the right, and then lift up again. Oh, feels so good. Exhale, pull back, close your eyes. Inhale, lift up, raise chest. Exhale, pull back. Feel squeezing and soaking the knee joint and ankles. Inhale up. Exhale, side. Pull way back, everybody. Pull on those knee joints. Inhale, these muscles called vastus medialis, the quad muscles, get super tight, especially if you do a lot of biking and running and walking. And you got to pull back on those joints. Inhale up. Continue on, just feeling your pull back at the very end over to the side. In time, you'll find when I first did this set after all my aerobics, I could only sit like this for a few seconds. But many years later, my knee joints now are much healthier because I showed up in yoga. Last one. Bring your hands to your knees and exhale as we round the back, bring the nose in. And as we inhale, we lift up and look up and take the tail way back. Exhale, straight arms, pull back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Continue on 2 more times, inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Beautiful practice, everyone. And then slowly make your way to downward facing dog and curl your toes under and feel the different shape of the ankle joints now. Open your mouth with a ha, shake your head. And then lift up on your toes as high as you can, heels down, nose to chest, forehead to navel, armpits kiss. Walk your dog again, releasing the ankles. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, we need those mobile ankle joints so that we don't fall over. Walk your dog. 2 more times, take a break in child's if you choose. Up on your toes, pull, pull. Exhale, heels down, nose to chest, forehead to navel. Achilles tendon for all you tennis and pickleball players. Walk the dog. So when you move through spaces, you don't rip your Achilles. Up on the toes, lift. And heels down, nose to chest, forehead to navel. As slowly as you can, look forward and walk your feet underneath your hips and make them as wide as your mat and bring your elbows to your knees and hold this pose. And then I'd like you to drop your tail down and look forward and hold, pushing now again into the lower ankle. And then keeping your elbows where they are, just straighten the legs and reach your nose to your chest. Again, look forward with your eyes. Drop your tail down, look forward. Really pull backwards in your heels. Wiggle your toes. And then slowly nose to chest, straighten legs. Lift that tail to sky, wiggle those toes, stretch those hamstrings. 2 more times, look forward. Drop down, shoulders back. A little lower now. Pull those kneecaps over third toe. And then slowly straighten. Now really pull the tail to sky as much as you can. And then one last time, look forward. Drop, chest up, eyes up, look up, lift up. Feel the ability of the quads to squat. It's so important. Light toes. And then slowly lift up. Let your arms hang in front of you and draw circles. Open up your mouth with a shake your head. Let your lips go clang, clang, clang. And then bring your hands behind you and intertwine your fingers on your back. And if you choose, bring your hands off your back and move the whole scapula, that whole wings of the back, shoulders and chest. Make a few sounds like, let go. Really shake out all your tension. And then bend the knees, slowly lift up. Bring your hands to your lower back as you lift your heart. Start to push your hips forward as you squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. And then look up to sky and open your mouth as you pull your shoulder blades down and have 5 cups. Clearing, I speak truthfully, kindly when necessary. Last breath. Beautiful. Drop your nose to chest, pull your wings down, pull your wings wide. Breathe through your mouth to cool yourself. And slowly roll your head up. Come to what we call mountain pose. Bring feet directly underneath knees. Take your fingers and turn them out. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. Wiggle your toes. Place your toes lightly on the ground. Connect with the balls of your feet. Lift the arches of your feet up. Use your feet. Bring the weight right to the center of the arch. Make sure the knees are soft, but not straight. Let the tailbone drop slowly towards the floor as your mula bandha, anus and genitals, lifts up those internal core muscles. And your Uddiyana Bandha, the second block, lifts the belly underneath the ribs and back into the spine. And your heart starts to evolve and open up to the world. And your shoulder blades come back and down as your chin comes over top of your spine. As the top of the crown is being pulled to the heavens, the elongation of spine. Take the ha sound, releasing tension in your body. Open up your eyes. So we have the trunk and we have 4 extremities. And what happens is the trunk sometimes and the shoulders can't stabilize. So we're going to use one weight today, and I'd like to focus on stabilizing, pulling down through the shoulders, pulling in through the ribs and up through the belly as we move through spaces in life, because that's what life is all about. So face me and find your weight, whatever weight you're going to use, and widen your legs. Shoulder blades are coming down, and you have your chair there. We're going to be using the chair to stabilize us. And we're going to start moving side to side, really slow. And you're going to find how long, see, I had to keep widening because I wanted to keep widening. And I'm going to slow it down even more. First, I'm going to pull my shoulders down and my rib cage down. Then I'm going to take my weight here without bending over. I'm using core. And then I'm going to come over to here. This is tight. Watch it again, there to there. So the core and the back are staying super, super tall. Everything's tight. Close your eyes and find your own pace and your own shape. Keeping your core tight. It's all called core stabilization. And it's really important to focus on that to support our backs. 4 more times. Pull. So now we're tired, and this is where we need to train to recruit. And this time we're going to come over here. And now we're going to recruit our core. We're going to come all the way across, keeping our core quiet, and all the way up. Pull. Focus your drishti. All the way. Pull. Belly is under ribs. Focus on core stabilization. Arm extremity strength. Hips are working. One is stretching, the other is strengthening. Good. 2 more. Is everything quiet? Because we're going to now go into rotation and move through spaces. Last one. Feel that shoulder. And then come all the way up. We're going to bend now into the right. And we're going to come all the way to our toe. And now we're going to come all the way to our shoulder and then look behind us. And then all the way down again. And all the way up. Continue trying to get straight. And the shoulders is center point. And then the rotation through the ribs is super big. Don't forget to touch the shoulder. Beautiful practice, everyone. Strong bodies and so many senses. Two more times. Last one. So bring the arm down And I'd like you to tap, 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 and then bring your elbow to your chair. And then I'd like you to lift up that leg and lift up that arm. How are we doing? Beautiful. Lift up that leg even more for that abduction of the thigh. Hold, balance, pull everything in. Beautiful. Tight, tight, tight. Hold it there tight. You can do it. We're so strong. And then come up to your palm and lift higher. Leg up, high as you can. How strong are those legs? And then take that leg and crisscross and take those elbows and turn to your chair. Ha! Open your mouth. Beautiful practice. Really rotate around as much as you can to release those hips. Feel that heart. And then bend the knees. Pause. And then straighten the legs. Bend the knees. Squat. And straighten. Pulling on what's called our tensor fasciae lata. Squat. That muscle on the left thigh you can feel as you straighten the leg. Again, or maybe you're tight in the calf of that left leg, and lift. One last one. Squat. Beautiful practice, everybody. And lift. Hold the lift. Ha. Come up to your palms. Lift all the way up. And look at me again. Ooh, that was beautiful. Take a moment to really enjoy that sensation. Have your weight again in your left hand. We're not finished with that left side of shoulder. Your chair. It's been found out through the literature that 10 lifts up and down with a 10-second or 15-second break in between is a good test of your quad strength function. And we want to be able to get up and down out of our chair without pushing on our arms. We want to jump up. So let's practice that. Have your weight in your left hand. Come to the very edge of your chair. And so we're going to use our belly to lift us. So make sure that you've got a good stance. Let's just try a couple of these without the weight. So here we go. Lift. Straight legs. It has to go right to straight. Now, watch this. Watch this. I'm using my back here, right? I want to use my hips and my quads. So I want to stay as tall as I can. Let's try it again. How did that feel? Okay, you did so well. We're going to add the weight. So as we come up, we're going to lift the weight up, straight arm, and slowly bring it back down. Oh, don't let that chest drop though. Up and down. Up. More complex. Close your eyes. Very functional for life. Last one, 10-second rest. Open your mouth with that. That little heart rate went up, didn't it? So now we're going to do another set. Remember, we have 3, and the arm's going to come up to the side. Here we go. Close your eyes, your body will allow. By not using your eyes, your sight changes as you age. You want to have that intuitive balance, not using your eyes for balance. How are we doing? Quads love you. 2 more. And pause. Open your mouth with that. Feel that beautiful heart. Ah, yes. Beautiful heart. Hand to shoulder. So what's going to happen here is your neck's going to want to pop out to help you get up. So you want to really pull it back. You're going to bring your hand directly over top of your head. Close your eyes if you choose. Three more. Wrap that knee over third toe. Last two. Very beautiful, everyone. Arm down. Take that hand, come forward, and give it a circle. Let your head drop, let your jaw be loose. Open your mouth with that. Again, inhale. Last one. Inhale. Wow. Lovely practice, everyone. Come up to sitting and just pause. Oh, that was a great workout. This shoulder is asking for some help. Let's go there. Come back up. Take your chair now to the other side. So we're going to do a squat lift on that other side like we did. And you're going to decide. So most of us, when we age, we're doing a lot of this move, and we rarely get this move. And if you play pickleball or tennis or something where you need to have a big stride, this is a really good core. Stabilize belly, stabilize ribs, stabilize. Come across. I'm focusing on pull. Everything in. Pull. And I have no weight. I have a 3 pound. You might use a 1 pound. You choose. A can is about 0.5 pounds. A can of beans would be good, actually. And eat them afterwards. Oh, those garbanzo beans and hummus, love you. How about black bean soup? I got a great recipe. Yes, I'm so tight through my core. And this is a very functional range for the shoulders. Think about if you play tennis or something that crosses over the body. You reach for something, a golfer. So now we're going to take the rotation through the core now. Instead of stabilizing quietly, we're going to reach down. And we're going to hold elbow on knee. And I'm just going to turn and lift up. Continue on, closing your eyes. Yes. Slowly, slow it down and be present. Oh, I can get a little bit more rotation in my spine for that dynamic golf swing. I've got more strength to paddleboard or go on my hike. When I look behind me at a tree, yes, 2 more. Feel my heart rate. Last one. Then I bring my arm down, come to my chair, and I tap, tap, tap my toe. And I come down to my elbow. I lift my arm to sky, and I lift up. Ooh, lots of hip movement here. One is strengthening. The other one's trying to find that stretch. Pull. Pull your belly underneath your ribs. Your toe can stay on the floor. Oh, yes. Straighten that leg you're standing on. So now we're going to make it a little easier by coming up onto your palm and reaching even higher. Beautiful. One more breath here. And arm slowly comes down. We crisscross the legs. I bring my elbows or hands and I walk and rotate as far as I can. I open my mouth with a shake the head. I pause. Beautiful heart rate coming down. And then bend the knees and squeeze into the ankles. And then straighten the legs, rotate. Where do you feel it tight? Again, bend. Really squat. Try to come right into your heels. And then rotate and pull. There's a muscle that's deep in your back on that right side called QL, quadratus lumborum. Bend and rotate to the left. And pull the hips as you rotate to the left. Make a sound. Shake your head. Again, pull. Pull. Remember, we're slowing it down today. We're really waiting. And pulling. Were you feeling a loosening happening? One more time. Drop way down. Nice. Way up. Wiggle the toes, lift higher through the hips, be patient. Bend the knees and roll up. Beautiful, everyone. Facing front, holding onto your chair. We're now going to come up into what's called tree. The reason why I like the chair or the wall, I want to hold on to the wall, is because some people, when they get into tree, they go, and this leg never learns to stabilize. So I'd like you to pull the hip in. This is a core stabilizer and hip stabilizer. Pull the belly under the ribs and hold on to your chair. You have 3 points here, here, or you can lift up and hold on up here. You choose where your tree is going to be. So now I want to work against gravity. Oh, what happened to that hip? I want to focus on staying here. And then I want to once again work our core. Here we go. Arm out. And pull the rib cage in. Pull the belly up and under the ribs. Pull the shoulders back and down. Pull your ribs. And then take that shoulder and really squeeze it in. Squeeze. Use your scapula, because that's what you do. You walk all day. You might take your hand away, but keep it close. Keep it close. Pull the wing in. Pull the wing in. Pull that wing. More. Oh, I'm walking along the street with that shoulder blade down because I worked against a weight. Hold on to your chair. Don't come out. Feel how strong that is. That shoulder working and that hip working? They really are. You're just about there. That's it. Keep close to your chair. What's happened? Is your shoulder let go? I don't think so. Last two. Shoulder stabilization. Last one. Slowly come down. Hold on to your chair. Bring your knee up. Straighten that leg. Flex. Bring your foot down. Bring this foot out in front and give me a tap. Oh, yeah. And then drop forward, holding the weight at the end or the can, and just tap. And then you're going to jump over a fence with your toes and your feet. So just go side to side. Then stay where you are. Take your left hand to your chair, push on your chair, and flex the nose to the face and drop the nose to the chest. And then bend the knees and roll up. And put your weight there and pick up your strap. Or if you have a towel, remember we need something for the pecs. And let's widen. We're going to do a wide triangle. Trikonasana. So as wide as you think, bring them straight back, and then turn your toe out to the side and the left, and come out to the side rather than down. So I've got my armpit, and I'm pulling back through my armpit, pulling way back from my pecs from all the sitting. I'm reaching all the way to the left side for strength in my core. Slowing down, I'm present, grateful for a strong core. And then soften the knees slightly and roll up and come into exalted. Look underneath that left armpit as you reach your arms as straight as you can. Beautiful, everyone. Slowly come up. Just cross your arms. Here both toes. And just drop forward. Open your mouth with a shake your head, let your lips hang open. And then bend the knees as much as you can and reach the elbows towards the floor. Hold that pose just to release the hips and the back. Then release the arms and roll back up. Bring the arms above the head. Remember, you want straight arms. Not here, straight back. So straight back. Then turn the other toe. Make sure the heel of the right toe is in line with the arch of the left toe. And slowly come all the way across. Not down, wide and long. Pull your belly super tight and pull that armpit on the left back as far as you can. Pull your core, pull it in, rib cage, belly, pull. Slowly up. Come to exalted. Look underneath your right armpit. Square your shoulders to me and pull to the side, not down. Breathe and hold. Go slowly up. Let go of your towel strap. Crisscross your arms. Turn your toes in. Bend your knees. Elbows to ground and just let your head hang. Open your mouth with that. And then let your arms just hang towards the ground. Anything that feels good. And then bend your knees and slowly roll up. Bring your feet together and pause in your mountain. This is our last standing pose. We're going to be doing tree and shoulder stabilization on the other side. So come to the other side of your chair. Got one more squat set, and sorry to have to tell you. We're just about there though. Hold the pose. Find your expression of tree. Stabilization on the left side. Hold on as much as you can. Pull yourself up and really contract those muscles. And then pull your shoulders back and down and then bring that weight up. And then pull the wings together and the belly in. Stabilization is key, especially as we age. You've got to be engaging those muscles often. You choose whether to take the hand off or not. Pull, shoulder, that shoulder on the left side really pulls in and down. Head is back. Pull, pull. So your ankle straight. And then hand comes back to chair if it's not on chair. Arm comes down, knee comes up. Leg comes down. Leg closest chair comes up. Weight down. Start tapping on the floor with your foot just to release the ankle. And then as if you're going to jump over a fence with your feet. So up and over, up and over. Nice. Nice. And then flex your toe to your face and then let your head hang. Let your weight come close to the floor and pulling on the shoulder. And then bend the knees and roll up. Come to your chair and just relax and enjoy for a moment. It's our last set before lying on the floor for stretches. We're going to lift up and down. And the first set, the arm will come sideways. We're mixing it up now. Oh, I found my quads are a bit more tired than they were. Don't do any weight or only do 3 or 4 of these and then come back down. I'm finding myself wanting to bend forward and use my back a lot, but I'm focusing on standing tall. I'm not doing as many this time. Last one. And we pause and wait. Shorter pause now. Arm front. Try to keep core stable with that long extremity. 4 more. Good strong body. And pause for short. Bring your hand to your shoulder. Bring your head back because the neck will come in. Working our posture, shoulders down. Here we go. Last set. Two more. Last one. Widen your legs. Let go of your weight. Elbows on knees, let your head hang, let your jaw be loose. Open your mouth with a shake your head. Ah. So now we're going to the floor. So I would like you to come onto your back, and you can have your pillow or your block or your soft ball we're going to use. And we're going to bring it behind our back. So if you have a ball or a block or a pillow, just bring it behind your back. So we have core stabilized so much through our trunk as well as our shoulders and our hips. We need to rest the back. We need to have a short elevation, and we pause and wait. We do a little hula dance, just side to side. Little dance on your pillow or your block or your ball. Anything that elevates your hips where you can relax your back. And then we bring both knees to chest, holding on to the edge of our mat. Hold. And just pause, letting the back stretch a bit. And then we bring our feet down to the mat as wide as our mat. And we just internally rotate the kneecaps so that they touch. And we pause. So our feet are wide and our knees are trying to touch, stretching those back muscles internally. And then squeeze a little harder on the inner thigh. Squeeze. The sacroiliac joint is where the sacrum, which is the lower part of the back into the coccyx, and the pelvic bone on the sides. There's a joint called the sacroiliac joint that joins the two together. And by doing this pose and pushing on the knees, we're releasing tension in that joint so that you don't develop things like sciatica and sore backs. And then release. And now bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out. Let your rib cage really fan. So your rib cage is fanning. The weight of the legs is pulling on your back and your hips. And we pause. We wait in peace and presence and calmness. We're watching the micro movement of the stretch. And then kneecaps come together and you pause again. Straighten your legs along the ground. Let your rib cage really fan. Let your legs be heavy. Then bring both arms in H shape above your head. So they're right over top of the shoulder. This is for our rotators. Palms are facing inward. And then pull your armpits wide and tuck your chin. And just breathe through that pose. Releasing shoulders and hips and back. And then bring hands down by your side and bend the knees. Pause and wait. Feel the exchange. And then lift up and take the ball or pillow or block away. And turn towards me up on your elbow. So now we have a lateral flexion for the spine. And we're going to reach for our toe or our leg or somewhere down the leg. And we're going to pause there and hold. And we're going to try to have the kneecap parallel to the ground. So if it's down like this or up like this, make it parallel. And then I'm going to start to pull my kneecap behind my body. Pull, pull. And then I'm going to fire my buttocks. Oh, all that sitting and squatting on the chair that we did today is beautiful. Hold. Keep pushing. And then I'm going to bring my toe to the floor. And I'm going to just reach my knee to sky. Wow, beautiful. Reach my knee to sky. Then I'm going to slowly keep my toe where it is, roll over onto my back. Then I'm going to take my hand down by my side. And I'm going to take that leg into my chest, that upper leg, and pull it in the opposite direction. Just pause there and wait for the change of shape. And then I'm going to take that front leg and bring it into chest and take the heel of that kneecap that was in and just pull it into chest, into pretzel it's called. And I'm going to hold on to my leg or my foot, or I might reach through and reach and then bring my head back down. But you choose wherever it works for you. Push the butt into ground and feel that big gluteal stretch. And then bring one hand behind each kneecap and bring your legs up to sky. And just let your legs go in and out like a V shape, in and out. That's it. Good. Just releasing the hips. We're going to the quad on the other side. So let's bring our feet to the floor. And all you have to do is turn, just roll over to the other side and hold on somewhere down the leg or the toe. Come up to your elbow that works for you. And see if that leg that you're holding on to can be parallel to the ground. And once it's parallel, you start pulling it back behind your body for that front of the thigh stretch. Squeeze your butt at that bent knee. Squeeze and roll your hip forward to get more of a stretch in the quad. And then bring your toe to the ground and start to reach your knee to the sky, holding on to the foot still, the body will allow. Just hold it there, knee up as high as you can. And then keeping the toe where it is, see if you can roll over onto your back. And keep rolling onto your back and bring that knee into chest, extending the other leg along the floor. And just pause there and open your mouth with a ah. And then bend the knee, that's a straight leg along the floor. Bring that heel on top into pretzel, it's called. Hold on to the legs, or maybe lift your chest and reach through the window and bring your head back down. Tucking your chin into the floor and pulling that hip of the bent top leg down onto the ground. Have a couple of deep breaths as you pull into that hip. Then take your hands behind the hamstring and reach your heels to sky and widen the legs, bring them in and out. And just feel that delicious movement of your hips. Open your mouth with that. Beautiful practice, everyone. Slowly bring your feet to the floor and pause. At the very end of our practice, we have a short shavasana. It's about 3 minutes long. So I'd like you now to choose whether you'd like straight legs. Shavasana is an integration of all of your poses. And you might straighten your legs or bend your knees. You might put a block or a pillow underneath your thighs or behind your head. Or maybe you have a blankie that you'd like to put on in Shavasana. Or maybe you turn your palms upward to receive that slowing down, that intention of presence. of compassion. The intention of strength and flexibility today. And always gratitude. I'm bringing my body back now to my physical space. I will end my practice today with one gratitude in my life. With that gracefulness in your heart and your strength in your body and your calmness of your mind, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes to bring you back to life. Looking forward to a strong, flexible day or a strong, flexible sleep if you're doing it at night. And stretch your arms above your head and really have a few big pulls right in the torso and the shoulders and the hips. Maybe open your mouth with a ah. Then bring one knee to chest and follow it with the second knee. And rock side to side. Allowing yourself to transition into movement of the world with grace and poise, delight and joy. And turn towards me and turn your nose to Mother Earth as once again we breathe our balance in life, supported by the earth, this beautiful, beautiful globe. And when you're ready, push your way up to sitting. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank yourself today for making a commitment to show up for all of us online and in person here today. And also to strengthen our bodies a couple of times a week and stretch ourselves and have that quiet time to slow down and love. Bring palms together in honor of all of you. Namaste. May the light and love in me salute the light and love in you. Namaste.